In this quick video guide, we're going to see how we can use an add-on to simplify our models and scenes, so to reduce the number of polygons and the heaviness of the scene. This add-on is called Lodgen and it's used to create LODs or level of details. So it can be used for video games, assets, and things like that. But in general, it can be helpful to reduce, again, the polygons, the heaviness of the models and the scene. If you don't have any model at your disposal, you can use the Blender Kit add-on, which is covered in another video guide, or you can use Sketchfab website and download a model to try. Or we can just go to Addon, which is another website where you can get models to try this add-on. So let's get here Addon. I'm gonna go to the assets and get a model. Let's take this concrete cat statue, for example. So you can choose here the resolution of the image, and we're gonna go with the Blender file directly, and we're gonna download it. Once it's saved and downloaded in your computer, you wanna open the folder where you saved it, and just extract the content here. So right click and extract. Okay, and then you just double click on the Blender file to open it. So you should visualize something like this, and if you go in material preview, you should be able to see also the material. We will not go to the rendering mode because we don't need it. So what I'm going to do is now get the add-on. So I will go to Edit, Preferences, Get Extensions, and here we're going to look for the Lodgen. So click on Install, and that should be ready inside the add-ons. So if you want to double check, you can go in the add-on section in the Preferences and search for the same and see if it's on. So I'm going to close this, and you're going to find the add-on down here. So that's the Lodgen on the sidebar. So if you want, you can press the N key to open the sidebar, or you can just drag this out if it's not already open. And then you just select the object, then move up here and click on the plus. So that's the object we are selecting. And let's keep everything as it is and just generate LOD. Okay, so you can see that automatically it created 6 different types of LODs, which you can see by just moving them. So if I take the first one, I'm gonna move it aside. So this is gonna be like the more accurate one, and it's gonna be LOD 0. And then you have LOD 1, which is a little less accurate. And you may also wanna activate up here in the settings another type of, here in the viewport overlays, actually we're gonna go to wireframe, so you can see the difference between the various objects we generated. Now I would leave the wireframe to 1, but you can drop down the opacity a little bit so you can still see the model and not only the wireframe. Okay, so this is LOD 1, which is the next. I'm just gonna put this here in the back, and then this is LOD 2, and then you can see now it's way like approximate, but this is good when you have an object that it's pretty far away. Well, it's either far or small. So in a scene, you should consider your point of view, which could be this. So for this LOD right here, I will probably put this model really far like that. So that's the explanation why we should use LOD. Well, in video games, this is automatic. So the more you get close to an object, the more quality it's going to have. And the more you get far from the object, the less it's going to have like polygons and accuracy. So this is going to be the last one, which is just a triangle. So that's supposed to be really, really far, far away. And, you know, you can figure it out when you have a scene, when you have a camera, and how far is the object from the camera. But that's the explanation and how you can use this add-on as well. There you go. Oh, I just switched these two. So let's fix it a little bit. Okay, and there you go. So that's, kind of an example of the usage of level of details. And if you're working on a really complex scene, but really heavy scene, you can pick the one that you think it's more balanced in terms of number of polygons, number of phases, and the actual quality. So again, depending if an object is small like a handle, you probably don't want it too heavy, and so on. So this one here basically uses, if I go in the modifiers, it uses decimation, which is another modifier we discussed in another video. So you can also go for like manually with decimate. So you can see here decimation scale, and it uses iterations. So let's change now this a little bit. So I'm gonna go back to the original cards here, and let's put it in the front right here. Okay, so you can see that, well, there's not much difference, I think, between this and this. So first iteration will be like no change. So you can change the number of iterations. So I can say like 4 or 3, and then the decimation scale. So decimation 1 will make no changes. Let's do like 0, 0.5. It means it will like make a half of the polygons for the next, and then half and half and half. So let's do like 0.2 and generate again the LOD. Okay, it deactivated the previous one, and so now we can see the new result. So now you have only 3 with the higher ratio of decimation. So we can already tell the difference between the first and the second. And if we want to analyze this further, we can go to statistics. So we can see the selected object and the scene object in terms of polygons and triangles. So this one here is about 12,000. This one here is about 10 times smaller, a little bit smaller. And then this one here is 94. So it's, is progressively increasing the reduction of polygons or decimation or optimization. And you can see it will also try to keep the mesh and the texture of the material intact. So if you go in the shading here, we can see that the texture here stays the same. So it doesn't affect the texture at all. The material and the texture will stay the same. We only have one material in the scene. So this will be all for this video guide. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe to the channel to stay updated for more. If you want to support us, join the channel. And if you want to know more about Blender, you will find video courses in Blender and also a lot of other videos and video guides that we publish, among other software and other tools for 3D modeling, 3D rendering, and so on. So thanks again, and see you in the next.